Good morning, second grade. Ms. Fogelman here today for your math lesson. Let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, so today is November 5th, and we are learning about ways that we can show a number at the same number in different ways using base 10 blocks. Today, our learning target is the student will show the same number in different ways using the base 10 model. Before we get started, I do want to play this short video for you. All right.
In this lesson, you will practice writing the standard, expanded, and word form of a number using base 10 blocks. Before we solve any problems, let's review the base 10 blocks and what they mean. Base 10 blocks are used to show a number visually. Let's review the different types of base 10 blocks. When you see a single cube, this is a ones cube, and the value of this cube represents 1, 1. When you take 10 ones and stack them together, you make a 10 rod, and this is a 10 rod, and a 10 rod has the value of 110. Now, when you take a grid that has 10 rows and 10 columns, there are 100 ones within here. So this is called a hundreds flat, and it represents 100. Let's use this information to solve a problem. Identify the number shown. So here's the number, and we have a set of base 10 blocks. The first thing I notice is that there is 1 hundredths flat. So that means this number has 100. I'll put the digit 1 in the hundreds column here. The next thing I notice is that this number has 1, 2. This is 2 tens rods, or the number has 2 tens. And lastly, I'm going to count the ones. There are 1, 2, 3 ones, which means you put the digit 3 in the ones column here. When you take this all together, you get the number 123. This is the standard form of a number, and I'm going to write that right here, standard form. Standard uses only digits, and this is the form you're probably most used to seeing. Let me erase some of this work, and we will find the expanded and word form of the number. Okay, we have a little bit more space now. So we're working with the number 123. If we want to write this in expanded form now, you need to know that expanded form makes use of the value of each digit. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at the number 123. Here, you have 100. You have 2 tens, so you're going to add that. And you have 3 ones, so add that too. So now you have an expanded form that says 100 plus 2 tens plus 3 ones. You can also write the expanded form by using the associated value with each place value. So you know the hundreds place is associated with the number 100, the tens is 10, and the ones is 1. So if you have 100, you have the number 100. Add this to 2 tens. 2 tens is 20, and 3 ones is simply 3. So the other way of writing the expanded form is 100 plus 20 plus 3. Now let's write the word form of the expanded form that you have here. So if you have 100, the word form is like this, 100. If you have 20, the word form for 20 looks like this. And lastly, you have 3 ones, so you write 3. The word form is 123. Now notice, even though in the expanded form up here, you have ones with an S or tens with an S, you don't use the plural version when you write the number here. You don't say 20s or 3s. You use the singular version of the word every time you go to write the number in word.
Okay, so that was all of that video that I wanted to kind of give you a refresher on the value of numbers. So How can we show the number 275 in base 10 blocks without showing any hundreds? Okay, so that's our job for today. How can we show the number 275 in base 10 blocks without showing any hundreds? Okay. Let me pull up my base 10 blocks. Now remember, we can't use any flats, okay? So we're only able to use tens. Okay, so if were able to use hundreds, we would need 2 hundreds, right? And 7 tens because it's 275, right? And each rod is worth 10. Okay, so let's start there. All right, so there's my 7 groups of 10. Well, remember, we can't have these hundreds because I told you we're not using any hundreds. Well, each of these hundreds has 10 tens in it because 10 tens makes 100. If you count by tens, when you get to 100, you will have used 10 rods, okay? So we have 1 set of 10, 2 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, 4 sets of 10, 5 sets of 10, 6 sets of 10, 7 sets of 10, because the number is 275. So let's do our 5 ones. All right, now we have to change these hundreds into tens. So to get rid of this 100, I have to bring 10 rods over. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to get crowded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now I can get rid of this one. Oop, why did it do that? All right, let's get rid of it over here. Okay, so then I have this other 100 I need to get rid of. So now I need 10 more rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now I can get rid of this 100, okay, because I've brought 10 sets of 10 in. So how many tens do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 sets of 10, okay, and 5 ones. So 27 sets of 10 and 5 ones is still the number 270, whoop, why isn't, there we go, 5. Because if we count by tens, we're still getting 2 groups of 100, 7 tens, and 5 ones. We're just showing it in a different way. Okay. All right. Now, let me go back to my slideshow. How would we show the same number in expanded form without any hundreds? Okay, so let's go back and grab my pencil. All right, so we would show this in expanded form, whoop, by saying how many tens? Remember, we don't have any hundreds, right? So we have to say 27 tens, right? 27 tens, because we're not doing any hundreds, plus 5 ones. Still equals 275. Okay? All right, so let me go back. Let me put my pencil down. Go back to my slideshow. All right, there will be a place value activity link in Shobi. Okay. It is a game that you can play for place value, but please stay on level 1. That's the one that does hundreds, tens, and ones. We don't want to go higher than hundreds. Okay. So this will be placed in Shobi for you. Have a good day.